Military boyfriend suspects her. The loyalty test reveals everything. The call came at 02:14 a.m. I was lying on my bunk in the dim barracks, boots still on, half asleep after a 26-hour patrol rotation. My phone buzzed against the metal frame like an insect trapped under glass. Unknown number. One message. "You need to see what your girl is doing. Call me." The words sliced straight through the fog in my head. My heart didn't race. Soldiers learn to control that. Instead, I felt something colder creep up my spine. A steady, quiet tightening. I stared at the message for a full minute, the hum of the ceiling fan echoing like a distant helicopter blade. Another message dropped. A video thumbnail. Blurry, dim room. Her silhouette. A man leaning too close. I didn't open it. I couldn't. My breath settled into something mechanical, something practiced. I swung my legs off the bunk. The concrete floor was freezing, but my skin felt numb. Outside, desert wind howled against the gates of the base like a warning. I looked at the message again. The unit was asleep. The world was asleep. But my mind was suddenly wide awake. There was no panic, no shouting, no denial, just calculation. That familiar military instinct: evaluate, plan, execute. Whatever this was, whoever sent it, they wanted me to see something, and I would, but not emotionally, not recklessly, not like a hurt boyfriend. No, I would look at this like a soldier, cold, strategic, unbreakable. I dialed the number, voice steady. "Who are you?" I asked. A low voice answered. "I'm the guy running the loyalty test. And man, you're gonna want to sit down." The line clicked dead. And for the first time in years, I felt something unfamiliar. Not fear, not heartbreak. Curiosity. Dark, heavy, dangerous curiosity. Whatever truth was waiting on the other side, I knew it was already too late to run from it. Her name was Lena, my girlfriend of 4 years, my future fiancée. At least that's what I kept telling myself. She promised she'd wait for me, promised she'd stay loyal while I deployed, promised I was the only one. But promises mean nothing to empty hearts. And the loyalty test guy, Yudi, he didn't call random soldiers for fun. Someone must have sent my story to him. Someone must have suspected her long before I did. The thought tasted bitter. I finally opened the video. Slowly, carefully, like diffusing an explosive. The room appeared, candlelit, too intimate for comfort. She sat on a couch, hair tied back, nervous smile. A man, tall, confident, leaning in slightly. Nothing physical, nothing explicit, but the body language? It was the same way she used to lean toward me on our first dates. A quiet realization settled inside me like dust after an explosion, soft but suffocating. She wasn't the same person anymore. Or maybe she never was. I replayed the clip. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, again. Not because I needed proof, but because I needed to understand the angle of the betrayal, the psychology of the lie. Her voice in the video was soft, uneasy, almost rehearsed. "My boyfriend, he's away, military, so it gets lonely." That was enough. A single sentence, a single crack in the facade. My jaw tightened, my fingers curled into fists, then loosened. Control. Always control. There was no yelling, no broken phone, no tears, just a long, silent acceptance. Something inside me died in that moment, but something sharper woke up. I wasn't going to confront her yet, not through the phone, not emotionally. This wasn't just betrayal. This was a test. Her test. My test. And I intended to pass with ruthless calm. For 2 weeks, I observed. From deployment, from distance, from emotional isolation. I studied her routine, her late-night posts, her sudden makeup obsession, the new friends she never mentioned before, The messages unanswered for hours. She acted normal when she called, but her words were empty shells, missing their soul. I'd ask, "Where were you today?" She'd answer too quickly, the details too neat, too clean. Liars forget that real life is messy. My instincts sharpened. I became the soldier they trained me to be, strategic, analytical, patient. I reached out to Yudi again. He replied instantly. "We can run the full loyalty test whenever you're ready. She won't know it's us." I agreed. Not out of desperation, not out of fear, but because I needed the truth presented in a way she couldn't manipulate. A controlled environment, a psychological trap. Meanwhile, I collected data like ammunition, old phone backups, deleted chat recoveries, financial charges, location tags hidden in photos. The patterns formed slowly, like enemy footprints in the sand. There was someone else, maybe multiple someone else's. The worst part wasn't the betrayal. It was the silence I had to maintain. Every night she said, "I miss you." Every night I said it back. Cold, empty, calculating. I wasn't lying, I was observing, waiting for the moment her mask finally cracked, waiting for the test results that would finish what little hope remained. The test happened on a Saturday morning. I watched from halfway across the world, sand in my boots, rifle beside me, headphones pressed tight. They approached her at a grocery store, a friendly decoy, a small conversation, a compliment, a flirt. She smiled too quickly. Her eyes sparkled too easily. I knew that sparkle. It was never for me anymore. Then they invited her to a private hangout to relax. She hesitated, looked around, bit her lip, then whispered, "My boyfriend doesn't need to know." My heart didn't break. How could it? It had been frozen for weeks. Yudi called me immediately. "Man, I'm sorry." She failed. Completely. I nodded once. No words, no shock. He added softly, "Do you want the footage?" "Yes," I said. My voice was flat steel. He sent it. I watched every second, every excuse she made, every smile she shouldn't have given. When the decoy finally revealed the loyalty test, when they confronted her, she didn't deny it. She cried, collapsed into herself, fumbled excuses. "She's scared," Yudi told me. "She knows she messed up." But fear wasn't justice. Not yet. I wanted to confront her myself, in my own way, with my own strategy. So I waited until I returned home on leave. Waited until she opened the door, face lighting up with guilt-coated joy. Waited until she realized the cold look in my eyes wasn't love anymore. It was knowledge, and judgment, and the final weapon she never saw coming. She hugged me. I didn't hug her back. Her smile faltered. "Babe, what's wrong?" I handed her my phone. No explanation, no accusations. The loyalty test video played. Her face drained of color. Her legs shook. She whispered, "Please, I can explain." I said nothing. Silence is the cruelest truth. She rambled, collapsed against the wall, begged, swore, pleaded. "I was lonely. I didn't mean to. It was just a mistake. You were gone so long. I love you." I finally spoke, soft, even, controlled. "You don't love me. You love attention." She choked on a sob. I kept going. "You wanted someone to fill the silence while I filled sandbags and body bags. You traded loyalty for entertainment." Her tears fell harder. Her voice broke. "Please, don't leave me." I stepped closer until she looked into my eyes. "You didn't fail a loyalty test. I failed you." Then I showed her the envelope, a copy of the test results, a copy of her deleted messages, a printed timeline of every lie she told. Her knees buckled. "This is everything," I said. "My entire investigation. Weeks of watching you destroy what I held together. She tried to grab my hand. I pulled it away. Then I delivered the final line, the one that would haunt her forever. I didn't lose you. You lost someone who would have died for you. And in that moment, she knew it was over. I walked out, calm, steady, unshaken. Outside, the wind felt different, cleaner, colder, real. I didn't look back, didn't flinch at her cries behind the door, didn't feel pity. She wasn't my responsibility anymore. Her loyalty test wasn't about infidelity, it was about identity. She showed me who she was, and I finally believed her. As I drove away, my chest didn't ache, my hands didn't tremble. I felt lighter, sharper, free. The truth hadn't destroyed me, it refined me. People think heartbreak comes with explosions, screaming, violence, drama. But real heartbreak, real betrayal, it arrives quietly too. The last thought I had as I pulled onto the highway: some women break your heart. Some women break your illusions. She did the second, and I'm grateful. Then I turned off.
How could you do this?